Okay, so I have 6 bottles under a rug. 6 beer bottles, that is. Let's run this test. Sherman Tank, Radio Shack Sherman Tank. Came out about 1982, I believe, this thing. Used to have it when I was a kid. Suddenly got the idea of wondering if anyone was selling them again on eBay. Managed to find one in very good condition. Tracks are great as well. I read the tracks can get brittle, but they seem to be good as new. So let's give it a go. Don't seem to be having any problem with this. I do notice I think it has a differential because sometimes it will get stuck on hard bits and not move, and the tracks don't move. And the only explanation I can think of for that is that it does have some kind of differential gearing, which I didn't expect on something this simple. But it's cool, I love it. Oh. In case you're wondering about the gun turret, I do have the gun barrel, but I don't put it on there because it's just asking for it to get broken off, which is exactly what happened to the original one I had in the 80s when I was a kid. So I've quite sensibly this time put the gun barrel in the box because it goes out to about there, and if it's there it's liable to break the plastic. They're not very strong looking plastic parts around here if someone trod on it, or if you drove into something hard with it. So it's just easier to leave it off, and I think the tank still looks fine. Some tanks only had a short barrel anyway. Maybe have a closer look at this thing. So this is it. I got this on eBay a couple of days ago. It's in very, very good condition. I think it's probably been used a couple of times. It doesn't look like it was totally unopened, but there's barely any scratches or damage on it, so if it has been used, it wasn't much. Lovely model here, a few spades and tools stuck on the side. Nice detailing. Don't know what those US Army numbers mean. Maybe I'll look them up. Maybe they're actually authentic in some way. Here's the remote control. Original telescopic aerial, unbroken and unbent, amazingly. I have to try it really hard not to break that. You'll notice that that doesn't have reverse for a start. Also, the stick is sprung to be stuck at footing forward, which is intentional, I believe, having looked at pictures on the instructions and stuff. So as soon as you turn the tank on and turn the controller on, no LED on this controller, just a kind of fake LED with a little red bit that slides underneath just there. So unless you want the tank to go forward, as soon as you turn it on, you have to keep your finger back on the stick. I'm sure there's a reason for that. And then you've got left and right here. The tank itself, as you probably noticed, it can't, as soon as you touch left and right, it will pretty much stop on the spot and turn on a dime, but makes it very easy to drive. The other thing I noticed about this made for Radio Shack, I believe, but it is. I don't know if you can read that. It's actually made by Nikon. That old, well, I guess the company's still going. Don't know anything about them now, but they made a lot of RC, consumer RC cars and toys in the 80s. All my friends had a Nikon RC car of some kind. I had a couple myself, I'm sure. But for some reason, it's these Tandy Radio Shack ones that I remember the most fondly. So there it is. That is the Tandy Radio Shack. Tandy in the UK and Europe, that is. Radio Shack in the US and other places, I'm sure. The Sherman Tank. It doesn't have a powered turret. I believe there was a model with a powered turret which made bang noises. You could control it in some way with the remote. I've seen YouTube video of it actually. This one doesn't. It's just spring loaded. Very simple. I don't know if in America they had a different model. I've seen YouTube videos of another model, guessing it was American, that had a little light on the top, and you could make the turret move left and right and make a kind of awful, not very authentic, mechanical clacking sound. But this one is a European one, I believe, and it appears that this one didn't have that function. There you go.